camera around and welcome, welcome. Hey y'all, how are y'all doing? How are y'all doing? Welcome to Mindless Crafting at midnight. I hope the lighting is okay on here. Look, we got the Samsung phone hooked up tonight, y'all. We did not want to play with iPhone today.
Exactly.
We did not come to play. Well, we did come to play,
but not with the phone.
But not with iPhone. iPhone is not doing what it needs to do. Okay. So hold on one moment. Let me just adjust my camera here. You see a little bit of shadow, don't you?
More.
Let's see. Okay. All righty. I think we're good to go. I think we're good to go. Hold on one moment. It's kind of crooked there. Okay. All right, y'all. Don't get too dizzy. Got my bottled water over here. Okay. Well, welcome, y'all, to Mindless Crafting at Midnight. Did you take a nap?
No.
That's all I want to know. Did you take a nap? Bill, did you take a nap? Did you take a nap, babe?
No, because you kept messing with me.
Huh?
And I didn't take one.
What you mean I kept messing with you? Look.
Barbara Lank is even on.
Barbara Lank is here too? Y'all said no naps. Look, Julie, you had it right. You napped, okay? You napped.
D. Fallon's napped.
Let me bring my screen down a little bit more for y'all. I got all kinds of stuff for our Valentine card making using the kit.
Sonya Chris talking about, hey, how did all of y'all get in my spot before me?
I don't know how y'all did it, okay? But you know what, Amy Cave, it about 11:30, I had the nerve, PM, I'm trying to take a nap at 11:30 p.m. 11:30, I'm trying to take a nap. Who tried to take a nap like 11:40, 11:45, talking about, I'm going to take me a little.
I'm sleepy.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, so we're going to be creating Valentine cards using that love kit, right? Let me just, if you remember this, using the love kit. Okay, so before we even talk about that, let me talk about something, y'all. Let me talk about something. The paper hugs, y'all. The paper hugs. Let's talk about the paper hugs, Tracey's paper hugs. Y'all have been going crazy over those paper hugs. And I need to put my camera higher, huh? Okay, I don't want a shadow over here. Let me adjust real quick because I see a shadow and that bothers me when I see shadow. Okay, so oh my goodness, the paper hugs are so popular right now. I've been going back and forth kind of trying to respond to messages about those paper hugs. I think it's all right, Bill. It's just a little bit delayed.
There you go.
Oh, okay. So I have been trying to respond to everyone's messages about those paper hugs. I even asked Bill for some advice. He was no help, okay?
Crystal.
He was no help. D. Fallons, just use the kit that you have for tonight, or just find something to make and create. So we're just gonna have some fun tonight. So what I decided was on Tuesday's live, right? That was Tuesday's live. We decided to put the paper hugs into the store, right? not into the store, but we decided to put the paper hugs in everyone's package, right? That did an order on Tuesday. Okay, that's when the messages came in. So someone's like, how can I get one of your paper hugs? The paper hug is many of the things I've accumulated over the past 6, 7, maybe 8 years. And I have a lot of stuff. And so one of the messages that came through to me was to give, right? So we were talking about giving on Tuesday. And that's a good way for me not only to give, but also organize my craft room, which I'm finding so many things that I made from years ago. So will give me a chance to organize my craft room, get it cleaned up, and share some of my stash. And so I decided whoever made an order on Tuesday would get a paper hug, which that's what I'm calling it, Tracey's paper hug, because I love paper, right? Paper makes me happy. Well, right after that live went off, I got a message.
The first one, anyway.
The first message came from Sharon, actually, and I thought it was a great idea. Well, the thing I'm really excited about is actually getting the paper hug. She ordered some stuff, but she was like, I'm really happy about getting the paper hug from you, one of your paper hugs. So I think it was by Thursday, after getting several messages, and you know who you are, we decided to do anyone that purchases $50 and above from our store will get a free paper hug. And so what ended up happening from there is, well, what if I want to get 2 paper hugs, or I want to order an extra one? How can I order an extra one? Or how can I even just get a paper hug?
What if that's all that I want?
Right. What if I just want a paper hug? So I said, you know what? That could be a product. That could be a product. And so guess what? Let me show y'all what. This is just a few of them I made. But we've got about 70 something. We've got about 70 something paper hugs now in the store. Okay, in the store. I posted this other picture. Let me show you what picture I posted. Oh, that's your phone. Okay, so I posted this picture in the group. You see that? Look how that looks 3D, right? So a lot of times if I'm designing paper, I've been designing journal covers. I take samples.
Go down.
I take samples of. I can make this bigger, right?
It's something white right here.
I could make samples of.
Okay.
The journal covers. And what I do is when I make samples, I print them out. So I make lots of prints. I look at them, I tweak them, print out again, tweak again, print them out, tweak, print. And so I have accumulated a lot of stuff, right? And I'm talking about like the digital journal covers. So this is actually one of the journal covers, not in the store yet, but I have like smaller ones. So I decided to put this into some of the paper hugs. And I got a lot of messages about those paper hugs. Yudi says, paper hugs, great idea. Yudi, it's an awesome idea. And so now that I'm really going through all my stuff, let me show you how that looks in person, actually. Not in person, but, these little things. Oh, boy. I got a bunch of stuff. I got a couple of things I've been working with. These are the ones right here. Someone thought that the flower was separate, and it's not. It's the flower just looks like it's 3D-ish on there. And so, so many of you asked if you can get a paper hug.
Say, what is a paper hug?
I'm glad you asked. a paper hug is some of the things that I've accumulated over the years. I put them into small packages, right? Some of them are like some of the handmade stuff I've made over the years, stickers, embellishments. What else, Bill? Gems, little gems are in there.
All kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's just a whole bunch of stuff, right? Things that you see me use in my crafting. I decided to throw some of those in there. Things that I've made, things that I've made for the scrapathon. Because a lot of you have asked, what do you do with your stuff? And so I usually just send it out, every so often I share it. And so these are what they look like now put into packages. Look at this. And this really keeps me on track to go through my stash. Go through my stash. And right, Vicki Jensen wants to know. That was the biggest question, was how do we just get a paper hug? So right now,
Vicky said this is stuff to the chase.
there's 75 in the store right now.
So hold up.
So I just want you to know that the paper hugs, finally, after, just kind of hashing this out, there's 75 of them in the store. Not just a hug. It's a paper hug. I thought it would, and so it's called Tracey's Paper Hug, because it's like giving you a hug from my craft room.
And there's the link. Right
That's
there.
what it is. There's 74 in the store. Well, Andrea, and who else is the other person? Andrea and Anita. Andrea and Anita, let me apologize to both of you because I need to get your package is already, your box. It's not even a small pack. It's a huge box because it has that Afghan in it. I apologize. We had a delay and your stuff is all packed up and ready to go. It ships tomorrow. So once it ships, I'll have your number, your tracking number for you. So, yes. So these are the paper hugs, and I'm so excited about it because I get to share part of my craft room with y'all. And you just never know what, like.
Vivian Kirkham says, what a remarkable idea.
So thanks to Sherry, who first started this whole thing or just gave me the idea. And
Mary Hernandez, hello.
I'm so glad that I acted on it. So right now there's 75. These are so fun to make, y'all.
I just thumbs up myself. I always forget to do that.
I have stuff that I made like 8 or 9 years ago.
If you cut off that light, what would it look like?
And each one is different. That's what it looks like.
Well, just let it stay off for a second.
Okay.
Let's see if it adjusts.
That's what it looks like. It's too dark. Let's see.
Yeah, it is.
What another great idea. You know what? Y'all are such a blessing. Y'all are truly a blessing.
Oh, you can cut it back.
Because when I started looking at this stuff, I was like, I've got a lot of stuff. And how do I share some of the stuff that I've been blessed with? And I had been pondering over it, asking God to show me a way to get in my craft room, because sometimes having this so much stuff can make you feel overwhelmed. And I feel like I could actually breathe now. So this, and I get to make something really cute to give to all of you and share some of my stuff. I made this, must have been like 9 or 10 years ago, maybe 9 or 10, maybe about 8 years ago. And I have it sitting in my craft room. It's too dark, right? I want to share.
Let me go get another some more.
Oh, that one doesn't work either?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll turn that light back on, y'all. Bill made me turn off the light. It's his fault. So, yeah, so that's what's going on. Bill, are you going to help and send hugs out? He's going to send out some hugs too. He actually was coming up. He got real excited. He 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 got really excited. And so many of you in the group, um, I love the name Paper Hug. I didn't know what to me it's like giving y'all a hug from my craft room. And so I love it, and it helps me to downsize some of the stuff that I have, but I'm realizing I have a lot. 75 I was able to make 75 of these, and there's still a lot of stuff. This let me just show y'all. I was able to make a lot of these, but look, there's still more stuff. I've got bins and bins of stuff still. Bins of stuff. So some of y'all are gonna get some of these things, and you'll see a lot of prints that I like to make. Some of the stuff, card toppers, those little mini envelopes, some trim for your. I mean, it's a lot, and I love it. So yeah, just so much stuff, so many pretty stuff. So now I get to share it. And there's a lot. Thank you, Tracey. I look forward to the package. Both of you are a blessing. Oh, you are so welcome. And I posted in the group that some of you who were teaching like classes, imagine having one of these for each person in your class, right? And you give them out to each person. And then you see what they come up with. That's mindless crafting. So each person, imagine each person gets one of these, and you probably maybe provide maybe some card stock, some card bases and stuff, and they come up with some kind of project. That's mindless crafting. Lowest 10, I am truly blessed beyond measure. And it's truly a walk of faith. And one of the things I like to do is I like to give. And so it's in the giving that makes me happy. I just feel good when I'm giving. I have to learn to receive also, and I've truly done that. Y'all have helped me to do that. But I love to give. I like to bless others. And so, yep, y'all will get some personal items. This I made so long ago, and it's been sitting in my room. I don't want to fall into the trap of, this is too pretty to send out to someone. I don't want to fall into that trap. I don't want to fall into that. Oh, I liked this. I created this so long ago. So you might see some of the things I put in the videos, right? You might see some of the things that I put in the videos that I've done, like some of the instruction. You might end up getting one of those things because there's over 1,000 videos on Mindless Crafting channel.
Tracy been hoarding the pretty things.
I've been hoarding. Oh yes, but I'm gonna add. But see, now that this doesn't, I'm gonna add some of these. I got to add some of these into this. But yeah, aren't these the prettiest though?
Looks like so. These are awesome. I love these.
Oh. It's too pretty to be sitting unused. Yes, Liana. Yes. You're so right. Put that there. You can put that up there. And then put these over here. Let's just put that in here. Okay, so I'm getting organized so we can start this next project here. So I'm making cards for the senior center, okay? And Valentine cards for them. Another way to give, right? I don't know, this may be my 2024 word, but you know, it's always been a word every year. Giving, right? And being able to serve others.
There's Seraphina Casey.
Seraphina's on here.
Seraphina, we were talking about you the other day. I'm not going to tell you what we said, okay?
Seraphina.
I'm not going to repeat it.
We were talking about you. Bill, thank you for hooking up the lighting, darling.
That will be $250.
Okay, so enough about the paper hugs. There's two ways to get it. If you make a $50 purchase, you're still going to get a free kit anyway. You're going to get a free paper hug. So either way, you could either straight buy it or you can purchase $50 or more and you get one of these for free also. So
Seraphina talking about why not?
Why not what?
Hey, Seraphina, that's how people instigate. I ain't gonna tell you what they said. They could have been all good, but when they say that, that's a fighting phrase right there.
Okay, so the love kit. Let's move on to the love kit now. The love kit.
Suzanne Velasquez says, "Oh my God, new Chromebook, and I'm trying to learn how to put chat side by side with the video so I don't miss anything."
Oh my goodness. Look, don't change any technology on me, okay? Do not change up technology on me. I'd be lost because
What happens if I push this?
So here's some of the paper. I have to make 100 Valentine cards for one of the senior centers / nursing homes in our area. And so this is the kit that I'm using. I'm going to be cutting these down. I pulled in some other stuff. These are double-sided too. I pulled in some other items too to kind of add some embellishments. So I'm going to be going somewhat kind of fast, but not. We got 2 hours, possibly 2.5.
Yeah, I'll put the link to this kit. There's some left still, but
I think these almost sold out, right?
Yeah, they're almost done.
They're almost sold out. Okay, so here's like a lot of the ephemera. We got stickers. I pulled in these little cuties right here, right? The little envelope embellishments that just went into our store. So I got some of those. I could add little enhancements. These are good for a shaker too. And then we got lots of stickers. Okay. So a lot of stuff to work with.
Crystal asks, how much is 2 straight by it or something? Rephrase that question, Crystal.
Okay, so this right here.
Okay. She says, how much are the love hugs by themselves? I think it's
$9.99.
Yes, that's what it is. I put the link up at the top of the chat so you can kind of eyeball it.
Okay, so I do have some card bases. I don't see any purple in this kit, but it can still work. You can still work in purple. Even if you don't have it in here, you can make some things. I do have my heart punch, so I might try to get some purple in there. We'll see. Just showing y'all what I'm pulling in. And then I cut up some of these too, because I could decorate these first and then add them to the card base. Okay. There's also some washi tape that comes in that kit. So I'm going to be using the washi tape. And I already started spreading. This is what the washi tape looks like. I took some of my white cardstock and just kind of spread it out here. And I could make it like some kind of little border. So I think that would be cute too. And then there's like a thinner washi tape. And I just put it on here, the thin washi tape. And then you got some letters. So you can make your own letters too. You know, you can kind of add these to some of the paper. I think this will look nice on the red.
Yes, Lois Ted, we do have some of those kits left. I don't know how long they'll be there though. I put the link in there already for that.
Okay, and then I have some leftover, because I've been cleaning up my craft room. You find stuff, okay? when you clean up your craft room, you find stuff, okay? Look at this. I don't know how long this has been in my craft room. I have no idea how long this has been in my craft room.
That was lying on the table when we went on our first date. Just kidding.
Anyway.
I thought it was pretty funny.
These, I think, came from Dollar Tree. But if you remember, these were in a kit a long time ago. And these, I'm going to add these on here. So these are just stuff. This is not in the kit. This is just stuff because I'm cleaning up my craft room. I'm finding stuff. See what happens when you clean up? I'm on a mission to organize this room.
Thank you, Kelly Warner.
Because it's a lovely room. What did Kelly say?
She said, Bill, that was a great one. I thought so too.
He thought so too. Okay, you see? I found this twine. I bought it from Dollar Tree, and it's been sitting in the bag. It's been sitting in the bag, okay? Bonnie Glover said football, Bill.
Bonnie Glover, you're fired.
This has been sitting in the bag. I don't even know when I bought this. It could have been 2 Valentine's years ago.
Even Peggy is here.
Peggy made it. Oh my goodness. Okay, and look at this. I got some Dollar Tree ribbon that's been sitting up. Look at this. Valentine ribbon's been sitting up. You know where I got this from? Dollar Tree. I think this is Dollar Tree.
Wow,
I don't know where I got this from.
Julie Dowdy says, thank you for the paper hugs.
Oh,
Just
you're so
claimed
welcome.
6.
Oh, wow. You're not playing. Let me know how you like them. I think you're gonna love Crystal. It. So, this is I'm just like, how did you accumulate so much stuff?
Now that's deep, Sarah Slagle.
Okay, so
Sarah says, as crafters, we hold our creations as precious. That is a double-edged sword, though. It tends to mean we hold on to items forever, but it also means we hold our light from others. So share your light.
That part, yep. And so I share a lot, but now that I'm really cleaning up and I'm on a mission to clean up.
Excuse me.
You need to go get some tea, babe? Now that I'm on a mission to clean up, now I'm really honing in. Like this, now I'm finding stuff like, oh my goodness, I need to give this away. Why am I holding this?
Is this like turn or something? Oh.
It's good, babe. Okay, so what y'all drinking tonight? What are y'all drinking? Bill and I, y'all, guess what we did? Guess what we had to drink, y'all? I'm drinking water right now, but y'all never guess what we had to drink earlier today. I want to see what y'all say. I want to see what y'all say. Let's see what y'all say. Okay, so let's start cutting some of these out and getting these cards made. All right, so I'm going to cut out some of these because I think this will be really, really cute. Bill stepped out the room for a moment, y'all. He didn't tell me where he was going. He might be going to get something warm to drink. Y'all, it's -5 degrees. Ooh, lemonade? What? Listen, Tracy and Bill had Ripple. I'd like a beer, Cindy Andrews said. I'd like a beer. Margarita. When Bill comes in the room, I'm gonna champ pimple. What's that? Some type of smoothie. Someone said margaritas. Iced coffee. Iced coffee. Look how pretty it is on the other side of this paper, but I'm not gonna beat myself up about it. I'm gonna just use the paper, right? Just use the paper. Now, with all of this cleaning up of the craft room, guess what I didn't find? My cutter bee scissors, okay? The two cutter bee scissors, still haven't found it. Orange spice hot tea. Bill, I'm still looking at what they think. Liquid donuts? Who said Mad Dog?
Do
Y'all
they
are too
that?
funny.
Sorry, picture my ripple of donuts.
That is too funny. Y'all getting fancy, okay? Bill, you want to tell him what we had? And he
No.
was happy. He was happy about it.
Mm.
Okay.
When I say it, they're gonna be like, yo. It was a Pepsi.
We had Pepsis, y'all. It was so good going down. We try not to do it often, but boy, that did taste good.
I enjoyed that moment.
Bill enjoyed
far
it.
and few
You
in
should have
between.
seen the smile on my husband's face when I told him he could have a Pepsi.
DA talking about Mad Dog. Auntie White talking about Pepsi.
I know.
I know. I feel guilty.
No, you didn't.
Vicky talking about Bill.
He did not feel guilty at all.
I didn't feel guilty.
Look, I went right down.
I owe the guilt, Vicky.
He'll be back in the gym anyway. But I did not feel guilty about it. Not one iota of guilt.
Deb, you must be a Coca-Cola person.
I went right down the rabbit hole with him.
I love Pepsi compared to Coke. Ronda Rose said you need to put those scissors on a ribbon around your neck. Okay?
Make some earrings out of them, huh?
I remember when I was in school, if we had to go to the bathroom, they made us get these huge blocks.
And, as the pass? Yeah.
We had to put it around our neck.
I remember that.
That way they didn't want to have to ask you no questions. What are you doing here? If they didn't see that, just follow me right on to the office.
Exactly. These are so pretty. So we can make some tag cards. Right? So cut that too good.
DFC says Pepsi's too sweet and flat, but it's strong. And here's the thing.
You see how excited he got?
If you go ahead and just drink the thing, it's real strong and it doesn't get flat. And if you let it hang around and pussyfoot around with it, yeah, it's going to get flat. But it's never going to get anywhere near that for me because...
The joy on my husband's face.
Dempsey said they're going to run us out of town drinking Pepsi in Georgia. You're not kidding. You know the headquarters for Coca-Cola down here.
I've been there.
It was, when I first came out here, it was so hard to get a Pepsi in a restaurant because Coca-Cola has that sewn up down here. Lily McGee says, I was thinking green smoothies.
Tomorrow, green smoothie.
Hey, Lily,
tomorrow.
Sometimes I come down and Tracey will be drinking something that looks all green. Would you know? I wouldn't. If it was a different color, red or something, I would at least think it had strawberries in it or something, you know? If it's green, I can't think of anything that I would...
You know what else I haven't found now that I've been organizing?
What?
And there's no way that all of that... And I probably gave it away. That's what I probably did. I can't find the mounting tape. The mounting tape with
You
that
probably
comes in the
gave it
little
all away.
square, the little rectangular ones from Dollar Tree.
Right. We need to buy about 10 of them.
Yeah. It's okay though. Okay, so here's my thinking is to take some of this ephemera and start decorating, right?
I don't like any soda.
Start decorating, and I am going to mount some of this stuff because I have a lot of this type of mounting tape, but I can't believe I don't have. I'm gonna have to clean Dollar Tree out next time we go. I should have done it when we. I should have done it, babe.
I told you that.
You did.
I don't like any soda that ends with zero.
You
I don't care
know
what the name of it is.
Didn't Coke Zero taste pretty good though?
No, it didn't.
When we tried it,
No.
we had coupons for that. Remember? It was
I
almost
was
like
so sad. I was like, actually, what happened is I picked it up by accident because I tried to sneak it in the basket while Tracey wasn't looking.
It wasn't too bad, babe.
It was horrible.
I've never seen soda stay in the house so long.
It sure did because I didn't. I took
sure
one
did?
swallow and that was it for me.
You sure did.
I said, "Oh no."
He was like, "Wait a minute."
Edith Anderson cherry Pepsi is that's Tracy's drink.
Mm,
You do like those.
I love it. Yes, cherry Pepsis. I gotta be careful with those. Not trying to turn back the hands of time.
Well, I can't do them all the time because supposedly, you know, if you're diabetic or pre-diabetic, they don't recommend it.
Is that strawberry?
Strawberries, you act like you didn't believe me.
Strawberry. Strawberry was like, please. I done heard
Don't
this.
be saying yawning like that after I make a statement like that.
You
Strawberry.
removed my that. I need that bin right there because it
Okay.
has all my little tools in it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got my cutter bee scissors in there.
All
Not the
right.
originals. Not the originals.
Oh, Suzanne Velasquez. To highlight the person's name you're speaking to, enter that, and then put the person's name. So it'll be like this.
Yeah, use the @ symbol.
When you put, like I do Suzanne, when I put @SU, then you'll see the person's name comes up. Like I'll touch that and it automatically comes up, and it gives me to do that.
I'm going to use one of these washies. To me, it just makes it more sturdier when it's on.
Right, Aunt Terry.
Let's see. Here's my measurement, right?
Right, no space. Exactly, Aunt Terry.
Like that.
You know what, Zell Storm? You're not kidding. Zell Storm says aspartame is worse for you than sugar. Zell, I tried something. Me and my brother, we got some, what's that stuff called, Tracy? It was some kind of diet thing. And it had that in it, right? I'm telling you, our hearts were beating so fast. I was scared. I thought I was having a heart attack. Me and my brother both, we were terrified. I said, never again.
Mm-hmm. Over here in my little stash, y'all. Now, see, I have that red, and then I have some of the pink here, too. So I could either do something like this, right? Or I can take it and put it on the red, like this.
Suzanne, did it work?
And then I could put this on here.
Suzanne, if you try to do Bill, I'm logged in as Mindless Crafting.
Oh, yeah, you have to.
I would have to actually come on.
It would be at Mindless Crafting.
Andrew White, it will work. Hit Shift, hold down Shift, click the number 2. The @ sign should be right above it. Hold Shift, click the number 2, and without any spaces, Look at the person's name that you see on there and put in like Amy K. Put in AM. By the time you get to AM, you should see anyone's name
Yep.
that's like that come up and just select them.
Oh, you know what? I have this heart right here, so I could trace on some of the pattern paper. I could trace and cut that out too. So that's just another thing that I could do.
Uh, Kelly says, Tracy, aren't those your Carter scissors next to you?
No, those are not the originals. I lost two of the originals, and Alicia sent me a gift of one, and then I had actually bought one, and then Alicia sent me
And
one.
they both came about
So
the same time.
so now I have two. Because I just gave up looking for them. But I'll probably find them now that I'm organizing the craft room. I'll probably find them.
I don't know how the mobile phones. Uh,
Oh, she's trying to do it on the mobile phone? It may
Stephanie
still work.
says mobile phones don't highlight like that. They
Oh.
probably, maybe they don't.
Let's see what I want to put on here.
Suzanne, are you on a? I don't know. I don't know.
Put something there. And I like this chocolate looking thing here. Got some tickets on here.
Amy K, she worked Suzanne through it. Amy's a
Oh, she got it?
teacher. Okay, Amy, see, can you get where's it at?
Ooh, I like that envelope. So this envelope, I'm going to put this on some cardstock because I think it needs a little bit of dimension under it. This is what I usually do since
Well,
it's a
sounds good.
sticker. She was able to get it, right?
What she was. Some people can't get it. We don't know if it works on phones.
Yes, those are clay bits in the cup. Those are tiny little envelopes and lips, kisses, envelopes and kisses. Ooh, kind of looks
Oh,
good
Dorothy
like that.
Power said something. Let me see. Where's it at? She said. Okay, Dorothy says, Tracy, I just received 3 packages from you. One of them had those mini double-sided foam pieces. Was that the normal thing, or did you send me yours?
Mini double-sided foam pieces. Is it mine?
Don't know.
Did you order that? I mean, I don't know. I would have to look at your order.
Gigi says,
Let me know what your order number is that you got it on, and I could go check. I could check. I could check on it tomorrow for you. But if you send me an email to admin, put foam pieces, put foam pieces in there, so that I know.
no, what happens, Kim Worthen, we're talking about inside this chat right here on this YouTube live. You should be able to hold shift, click on number 2, which has that @ sign above it, and then let the shift go, and with no spaces, look at someone's name. Like right now, I'm looking at Stephanie Williamson, and go ST, and by the time I get to ST, Stephanie's entire name will come up, and just select it. Or if you want to, you can keep on typing it, but it doesn't make sense to do it. Just select the name, and once her name comes up, just,
If you want, you can make your own envelopes too, y'all. So
Oh,
y'all
they're talking
know
about tagging others in comments. Okay, I see what you're saying.
you can tag. That's how you tag, right?
Yeah. Everybody's doing it all over the place now.
I love it.
Look at Sarah Johnson and came out of the woodworks.
Sarah.
Uh-oh, Joy Brown. Sarah Johnson, Joy Brown has an Etsy question. Maybe you could help her.
Yeah, I don't know too much about Etsy.
I don't either. You're welcome, everybody. Yes, Andre, they are for a computer keyboard. I want them on my laptop.
Okay, so I can add something on here.
Thank you, Donna Statterly, for putting up that love letter sprinklets embellishment link.
Oh, these are cute because they have little sticky stuff on the back of them.
Dana Foster that came out of the rafters.
These are super shiny.
Tracy, I like that card.
These are thank you, babe. These are super shiny, aren't they?
Even Bertha's up.
Bertha's like, even Bertha. Bertha's like, I know how to hang.
Bertha says, I am a vampire from Detroit, okay? And you know we don't sleep.
Bertha said, I know how to
We
hang.
do freeze, though.
Look, minus 5 degrees in Georgia. Or that's what the wind chill makes it feel like.
I thought I was in Montreal sitting next to the Gaetan or something, okay? I was a Gaetan. What's wrong?
Does this need
You done brought the weather to us.
Because I got to move on to the next card. I could always go back and add more stuff in.
You're welcome, Suzanne.
Look at y'all, each one teach one.
You know? Hi, Lisa Gordon is saying, y'all up late. Y'all, you too, Lisa.
Right.
Lisa talking about y'all.
Y'all up late. She right here in the craft
You're one
room.
of us. Or you wouldn't be able to tell us that.
We're up late, Lisa. We.
I don't count on this. Only you all.
The stitching really brings this in more. And I could go back and decorate the inside, you know. It's a fun card. Y'all know I like to keep it
I didn't even
fun.
know that. Bertha says, I've been on since the beginning, okay?
Bertha been on since the beginning.
The God's Ring says, hey, Tracy, I'm new to card making. Is there any advice you can share to help me get started? Tracy
Do you
goes,
have any supplies? That's going to be a biggie. What supplies do you actually have? Ooh, let's see. Do you have any stamps?
I thought you were going to say, just get started.
That too, but do you have any supplies? I think I'll use the red on this one. The red will show up nicely on here.
Carmina. The God's Ring, if once you put it up, I'm going to talk about it. We'll talk about it.
Oh, you're talking about what are you talking about, Ben?
You said, what does she have?
Okay, yeah, what do you have?
Like, do you have scissors? Do you have glue with soap?
Do you have anything for card making supplies? Get a good scissor, okay?
Cut to the chase.
For me, it's the cutter bees.
Yes. Lisa loves everybody.
You think I'm wrapping this up or what?
Michelle Pacheco says junk mail envelopes, glue, tape, markers, scissors. And a lot of
Oh, that's what
this,
she has?
that's what Michelle Pacheco has. I'm waiting to hear
Oh, okay,
what
okay. Gotcha.
uh,
God's rain.
the God's Reign says.
Get my
And
tape
then you know
out
what? And
here.
at first, you know, you don't have to have the best of stuff. You know, you don't have to have the best of stuff. Even if you have just plain kid scissors, you know.
Well, I say get
You bite the bullet.
get a good glue. Um,
A good glue being at least, well, if you can get art glue, that's fantastic. You can get barely art glue. You can get reptile glue. Um, Anything like that, because the quality, it dries clear. It dries fast, but not so fast that you can't slide the paper if it's not angled the way you want it to. You can slide it, and it doesn't have it warp the paper and stuff like that. So the glue is very important. I used to think you could just get Elmer's or
and
something, but it's a big difference. Yeah. Okay, here she is. Okay, the God's Reign so far says, I love buying supplies. I have a small craft room, but I find myself getting lost and getting in my own way. I need to organize my mind, I think.
that part, yep. That part, 'cause you get overwhelmed. I say get a good glue, a good stamping block. Um, get some paper to stamp on, some cardstock for your card base. I recommend anywhere from 90 and above, at least.
90 pounds?
Although I have 90 pounds and above, maybe 110 for your base if you like to add a whole lot of stuff to it. And it just depends, because you want to, you do want a good you'll find your what I want to say. You'll find your style by doing.
And sometimes people will donate things, like Lisa Gordon right here is saying, I'm assuming it's you in here. If you don't have any supplies and I'm near Columbus, Ohio, I'm willing to donate some. I'm moving to California at the end of March.
How
sweet and I'm purging 20 years of stuff.
How sweet are you? Okay.
Or even if y'all PM'd each other or something on Facebook, maybe through the Mindless Crafting group or something.
Yeah.
Even if you were willing to pay the shipping or something.
I like that.
But that's incredible, because a person like Lisa Gordon, who's actually been crafting for 20 years, can you imagine the kind of things that she's had? She's gone through all of the learning curves of this scissor versus that scissor, and this type of paper versus this type of paper, and et cetera, et cetera. So the things that you would receive from someone like that on a different level compared to someone who, like me, if I was going to send you something, I wouldn't nearly have the same knowledge base like that. Like a person who's been doing it for like most of their life. Lisa says, "Oh my God, I have so much."
Welcome to the club. Welcome to Tracey's Paper Hugs. Okay.
The God's Reign saved Lisa Gordon. She had so much.
God's Reign, are you in our group?
Sonia Greer. Yeah, let me ask that first. The God's Reign, yes. If not, I'm going to put this in here.
Do you have any stamp sets? God's Reign. And do you have stamping blocks? Those are some of the other things. And you need a good stamping ink. And I can recommend one to you.
Oh, yes.
I can recommend a good stamping ink to you. Bam. Just saying. Get a good stamping ink.
Okay. If you're not a member of the Mindless Crafting group on Facebook, go to Facebook, look up Mindless Crafting group, and join the group. I'm gonna tell
I
you
need
up
my
front. If you're
other.
not a member,
I need my other stuff.
you're gonna be asked 3 questions that you have to answer. If you don't, you're not getting in. So.
There'll be 3 questions to get in the group, and then you know, it's about following the rules and stuff like that. And then you just go get in and you enjoy the company of others that are either beginning crafters, or and you don't have to post just cards. You can post other crafts that you like.
A lot of people talking about the ink, and it's really good. They like it. Here's the thing: I'm not just hyping up this ink because it's ours. Mindless Crafting Intense Black. It's a hybrid ink, and it is absolutely wonderful on both alcohol based as well as watercolor markers. So I'm telling you,
Yeah, I learned the
it's a
hard way.
great ink.
I had to figure it out, you know. I was like, okay, what works with this one? What ink works with this? And then once we had the opportunity to make our own ink, I tested that thing out. Okay.
Okay, hold up, Lisa Gordon.
Let's see.
Lisa, if you go to our page, this is what it actually looks like. It'll have the Mindless Crafting scissors up there. She asks, what is the image that's on our page? And if you look, I'll put the link so you can just go right to it.
Hmm?
In case she's looking for it.
Oh, mindlesscrafting.com.
Yes, what I'm putting up now. Oh, you got it? Okay.
Okay, so let's put this on a. Let me see what this looks like. White. Is that Gooby?
Cinnamon just realized he's by himself.
Yep, he sure did. He's looking for you, Bill. That's his friend. Oh, the dogs had their checkups yesterday. So they, oh, well, not even yesterday. Today is Saturday. Thursday, they had their checkup. So they're all good to go. Gooby still, you know, he's got heart issues, but he's still doing good. He's still doing good. Put a third heart on here. These are sticky already too, so I could just put another one right there. I think it'll look cute on the layer with the red. Layer it with the red.
You got screen. Hold up. I don't see you at this area.
Okay, so let me go ahead and bye, Andrea.
Andrea's going because she drank that sleepy time tea.
Someone said, can you post it, please? I didn't see what that was for. Oh, thank you, Dana Foster. She said the best ink ever. I appreciate that. So I could either put it on the white or I can put it on the pink.
Okay, Lisa Gordon, I just
Or
posted it.
I can put it on the, oh, there's another pink. There's like a fuchsia-like color. I kind of like that. Huh. Or I could put it on the purple. There's no purple in it, but the purple looks pretty good too. Just different.
Kai Williams says, I'm so busy crafting, I haven't even been chiming in.
of like the way this purple looks. Huh.
Child, that means you're on a roll. Kim Worthing, you guys are from Dallas? I went to visit my brother one time in Fort Worth, and I saw my first real
I'm going to go for this. Okay.
longhorn cow. I had never seen one except on TV. I could not believe how long those horns really were in person.
My glue is trying to not work on me, okay?
And the ones I saw were so big, I see why people run from them.
Okay, let's see. Ah, that's better. Okay. Not too much glue, okay?
Kim Worthing was raised in Fort Worth. Fort Worth was nice. Michelle Pacheco says, outstanding.
Thank you.
Oh, Stephen Daniels, happy birthday today if you happen to look at this video.
Happy birthday. Okay, let's go move on to the next. I can always go back and add other little doodads. Is that a word? Doodads,
Yes,
doodads.
it is. Oh, that's fantastic, M. Sims. M. Sims says, good news, Tracey. My sister has liver issues, and I'm thankful her medications are working.
Oh, my goodness. Yes.
Sissy Pan says,
I'm
look,
so happy.
I think your cat and Strawberry have hidden your scissors.
Look, the cat be up in my craft room a little bit too much for my liking. Every time I come in here, she's in there. The big that.
Peggy says, Tracey, you need to get the glue press by Sweet Petunia. Is that the thing that costs $40 y'all were talking about? What does it do?
Well,
That squeezes the bottle or something?
as long as it doesn't sit in the craft room. It squeezes the bottle for you, right? Is that the one?
Oh, Sissy is her dog. I got you. I'm sorry. I remember talking about sister. I thought it was a spelling error.
You said sissy.
Well, she said sissy, and I said sister.
Bill Reed.
I thought this surely is a mistake. There's no way she said sissy. For once, I'm reading it correctly.
Oh, go get Goobs, baby. Goobs trying to. Did he hem and haw at me just now?
Sonya Creel, don't say nothing.
Did y'all hear that?
Sonya Creel, you better
Wait 1 minute now, okay?
Sonya Creel be ready to get the aunties on me.
Y'all heard that, right? Mindless crafting at midnight. Give me something like this. Y'all heard that, right? Okay, I'm going to put some glue on here because I just want to kind of have these layered a little bit, right? Kind of like that. Something like that. As long as they fit on here. Let me just see if I want to put it on another background. So far we got these 2 cards here. Let me just put those off to the side. Yep. He went to go get Gooby for me. Bill, Tracey gave you her second, Don't make it 3. Exactly. Don't make it 3. His Strawberry at the door waiting. They heard you, Bill.
Here, come on.
Hmm. Oh, that was 3 hmms, huh?
Come on. Here, you come over here.
The glue press looks a little like
Here, come on.
a hot glue gun. Okay, I saw it. Someone sent me a picture of it. Somebody private messaged me and showed me what it looked like.
Come on.
Loud and clear. Yup, y'all heard it loud and clear, didn't you?
You heard what?
You got pouty when I asked you to go get the dog. They heard that. That's all we've been talking about since you've been gone. Y'all better mess with Bill. Okay, so I'm putting a little bit of a hole in there. I'm going to use the red string on this one just to put a little bit, just because.
Hi, Tisha Firsty Huffman.
Hello.
Exactly, Amy K. Amy says, don't mess with Bill. Exactly, Amy.
Then he better do what he's supposed to do.
Lynette Scott talking about I dozed off. Lynette, wake up, my love. It's not time to sleep. Lynette say, please. I bet it is. She's definitely make me a few cards in my dreams, okay? Crystal, I need to play the replay to hear myself. Crystal, don't make me hear myself.
Who said that?
Crystal the queen.
Uh-huh. She heard it.
Crystal didn't hear it. Like, how could you not hear it, huh?
Exactly.
Sonia, where's Sukihana? One of the roads that she watched a review where it said people with arthritis may have trouble squeezing. That and her hands are so
Oh yeah,
bad.
someone told me that May did a review on it.
Hey, be like, look, I use my feet, okay?
Now, if we want, we can take some paper and add a heart on here using some of the,
What?
I think we got some scraps.
The neighbor says Tracey would not mess with Bill. She would just get the belt and he would jump and run and do exactly what she tells him to.
I don't even have to get the belt. I just got to give him the look.
All
I got to do is give him the look.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, the God's Reign says, thank you everyone for the encouragement. I'm happy to be among genuine people. I hope to participate and reciprocate the love.
Oh, and you already have.
Right, you are reciprocating.
And look, you're saying, I'm a beginner. And you know what? Look how many people stepped up and said, they wasn't putting their nose up like, oh, she's a beginner. I'm so far advanced. You're always learning. I'm still learning. Look how everyone jumped up and was so willing to help and say, hey, you know, this is the beauty of the Mindless Crafting group. This is the beauty of who we are.
And you know,
It may seem different to someone else, but this is the way our group is.
and another thing, when you say, "I hope to participate and reciprocate the love," from the moment you actually made yourself known in this
Yep.
group, you have been actively participating, encouraging everything. You
Yep.
have been participating and reciprocating
Right. Always feel that you have
the
something
love.
to give, and you do.
Right.
It's cute already. It's coming together.
And everybody is a veteran to someone.
It's
You could have only been
beginning
doing
to
this for a couple of
move.
days, and you're still more knowledgeable than someone.
I'm still learning. Y'all give me some great ideas.
I have to go get the charger. Chris was talking about Tracy. Got the look. I've never seen it, but I knew it when it was happening. It's a deadly pause.
Y'all knew it was happening, huh?
Oh, no, I'm being tag teamed on. I need something. Where's
Tracy,
Walter
do
Russell?
librarians perfect the look? Yes, they do. Like teachers do.
Where's Jimmy? Jimmy? I need Jimmy. Give me somebody.
You know what? You know what look it is? It's the, are you out your mind?
John Pound? Somebody.
Are you out your mind? Football, Bill. Football.
Matthew?
Bill? You on your own with this one. Matthew will tell you too.
Matthew better come out of hibernation.
And do what?
And do something.
And do what? Matthew can't help you.
He can at least get to Sarah.
You can help yourself.
Sarah, like,
yo.
he ain't get to nobody over here.
Right.
I could feel Sarah's look when I said that. Sarah talking about Matthew asleep.
Can you go get the cord, please? He said he was gonna go get the cord because I need to talk to
Hold
y'all
up.
for a minute. Okay.
Crystal, could you feel that?
Can you go get the cord? Darling.
Crystal, could you feel that she had turned and looked at me when she said that to me? Kim Worthing heard it.
The computer's about to run out of power.
I know Eileen Moore heard it.
Dear, can you go get the cord?
If nobody else, I know Sonia Creel heard it.
Oh, so now you're hearing things.
Let me call Joey.
Ooh.
Joey.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Joey's okay. Tell Joey to take it easy. He's been going around the different. I understand. I went to the VA hospital one time for something, and I'm telling you, I had to wait about 12 hours before I get back there.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. Deb, see,
My
I
hands
remember
went
them
still,
days.
didn't it?
Deb, I remember that when I was a kid. She said, "Don't think you're doing right by picking a skinny switch either." How many of y'all had to go get your own switch? And you knew doggone well you better come back with something
With the right
formidable?
one.
Because my grandmother would go out and get a tree limb, okay? I wish you would come up back with something little. Yeah, you know what? Lisa Gordon, the schedule that we do our lives usually is Tuesdays and Thursdays at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time.
Yep, those are regular schedules.
And once a month, we do a Mindless Crafting at midnight. And we've been starting to do scrapathons on like some Saturdays.
Yeah.
Those are great.
The scrapathons are fun.
But let me show you.
I'll have to come up with another date. The scrapathons are so fun.
Okay, if you come here to this page, sometimes the thing will come right up on you. But if it doesn't, hold up. This thing disappeared. Hold up. Let me find it for you. Okay, at the bottom of the page, you'll see where it says get updates, email address. If you put your email address here, you can sign up, and anytime something happens, Why this thing keep coming up and I don't want this? It's Tanya Creel fall. Let's see. Let's see. And also in the middle of the page, there's another sign up thing for free digital downloads. If you just sign up right here, you'll get on the list. And usually I'll keep you updated of anything that's happening. Oh, you know what? I still have to go get the cord. Carmina said, Bill.
He's still.
Get, oh my God, Vicki Jensen. My great grandmother, there was a weeping willow tree right across. Okay, hold on. Let me explain something, y'all. This is really strange. What I'm about to tell you.
So you're not going to get the cord?
I'm gonna go get it after this. After this. Okay. My grandmother, she lived on one side of the. Okay, I want to call it a street, but y'all see those kind of dirt road looking things. They lived on something like that, right? They had a tin roof and that kind of thing. But anyway, my grandmother lived on the left hand side of the street. When you crossed the street, it went up just hardly no way. My grandfather, who was her ex-husband, lived right there. Okay, please tell me now. As far as I can ever remember, my grandmother was with. Well, we called him Mr. Charlie. I just assumed that they were married.
Why are you telling grandmama business?
She gone now. She can't do that. Wait till the night. Bed be shaking, all kind of stuff going on, okay?
Grandmama business, 12 midnight.
But see, we used to say, why in the world would my grandfather, she lived at the bottom first, and after they got divorced, he went and bought a house right across the street from her with a new wife.
What does this have to do with the switch?
What in the world is that for?
I'm sure there's
You know what? Let me go get this cord.
I'm sure there's something that's going to happen with the switch.
Let me go get this cord. Okay?
We don't all up in grandmama business, okay? Rest her soul. Bill talking about, I was hearing voices. Oh my goodness. He finally went to go get the cord, y'all. That is hilarious, okay? I'm sure at some point he's going to talk about the switch.
You know what? I have flashbacks from that. I don't even want to talk about those switch.
Well, you went down there. You went down that road.
They did not play, okay? The stuff they did, they would get arrested for now.
We got 3 cards already. Look at that. Okay. 185 people on here. Well, hello, everybody. How are you? Hello, everybody. How are you? This is packaging from the kit. I use everything. Just use everything from the kit.
You know what, Amy K? You're not kidding. Amy says, y'all, I had to go get belts, switches, fly swatters, whatever. Amy K, I understand. Belt. My mother had a sawed-off broomstick, so she could have the belt in one hand.
Wow.
And the broomstick in the other hand. She didn't play, okay?
No wonder you're such a good listener.
You know what? You're fired.
No wonder he's such a good listener, okay? I was wondering why Bill listens so well.
I'll be too busy washing your hands.
You too busy over there, Mr. Charlie. Talking about grandmama and them.
No, I'm just saying, but seriously, get back to Crystal.
Carmina said, Bill, can you finish?
Crystal, could you feel her? Could you feel her right here? Could you feel her looking at me?
Crystal, I'm going to save it. I got it.
Okay, I ain't going to even... I'm done, okay? I'm done.
We wanted to hear the story though. We was at grandmama
Y'all
house,
don't want to hear that
and then we heard about Mr. Charlie and everybody else.
because he was part of the story.
Oh my goodness.
Hi, C. Carter. C. Carter says, "Hi, Tracy and Bill. Glad I caught you today."
Hi.
Kitty Ray talking about, that's it. No more Pepsis for Bill.
No more Pepsis for him.
Don't blame it on the Pepsi.
He's all sugared up, okay? Mm. He is all sugared up, y'all. Okay, so we got this. Just a little bit of a nice background on that one.
Actually, those cards are coming out really nice. They are.
Thank you, babe. We still waiting for the story to be finished.
It is finished.
Oh, well, there you go. He said it's finished, y'all. He not talking about it no more with y'all.
Crystal says, "I'm a new grandma."
Oh my goodness!
And what a joy and sense of new purpose they give me.
Oh.
I hope you know that joy. I wonder if my grandmother felt like that at one point in time in my in my life. Sometime before the
switch,
the weeping willow tree.
Mm.
Ooh, I got some purpose right now. Go across the street and you see that tree right there?
Mm.
I don't like them lower branches. They just not. I need you to climb up the tree.
God, I got some sparkly.
About 2 levels.
I got some sparkly tape.
Give me some of them.
Nope. Use this one right here.
The weeping willow tree was in my grandfather's yard.
Mr. Charlie?
Mr. Charlie was her husband that she married when I was 31.
Bill?
We always thought they was married.
Mm-mm-mm.
I'm like, what's the hold up? You know what I'm saying?
Leave grandmama alone. So how old was she about?
Who? My grandmother? When
Yeah.
she got married? I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well,
I was 31. I remember that. Cause me and my brother was like, we were both like, you know what? I didn't want to sound out of the loop or nothing, but did you, for my entire life, did you think they were married already? I said, yes, I did. Everybody did.
Everybody thought they were married, huh? Ooh, that's cute. That is cute. I'm going to put that right there. I can use this for something else.
Yes, congratulations, Crystal.
Grandbaby.
You can protect them, and the beauty of it is you can send them on home when you're done. And go home to your mama. Yes, I will whoop your mother if she touch you. Okay? If you touch this child,
my sweet grandbaby.
and you're like, and then where was all this concern when I was coming up?
Mm.
Oh my God, Wanda Rose and them had a leather strap off of a saddle.
Yikes.
You know what? She said the girth broke, and my older brother thought it would be funny to bring it home to mother. I bet he did that. Wanda, did I ever tell you about the time we stopped at Stuckey's and I bought a whip? I thought that was so cool. Who would buy a whip? Please. I don't know what I did. My mother hit me with the whip one time. I think it scared her more than me. But I tell you what, a whip is no joke.
Bill, you're not reading the comments. They saying some interesting stuff.
I'm like, I'm a
Bill
down
leaving me out
store.
of
I'm
the
like,
loop. I can't make the
Amy,
cards
why you
and read the
acting
cards.
up? Amy James acting up. Amy, I ain't acting up.
She said something about grandmama. Bill didn't see nobody comment. He too busy not telling the story of his grandmother.
Let me go see what Gay Tan says.
He too busy not telling the story. I'm like, okay.
You know what, Kim? That's exactly it, Kim. Kim says, see, that's exactly why Grandma told the kids to leave the room when grown folks is talking. Because your kids going to go tell everybody the family business.
Grandmama, that's not your
Amy
husband.
Cave. Let me go see what Gay Tan said. She said...
Uh-oh, good. What you doing?
No, I'm not going to bed right now.
Gooby, what you doing?
Kitty May says a whipping wasn't too bad. It's when it turned into a whooping that it got bad. No, but then they start saying stuff like, I'm beating you for old, I'm whooping you for old and new. What? He mad at me.
Might want to go over with Ariel.
Sorry, you're talking about Bill thought he was the colored Indiana Jones. He whipped himself. Stephanie says nightmares about my experience with whipping. You know,
you
can have them. Believe me.
Yeah, you can.
Amy, I have heard that before. This is gonna hurt me more than it hurts you. Well, I tell you what, let me do you and let me see.
That's why you got a whooping, babe.
I tell you what, to make sure it's gonna hurt you more than it hurts me, let me do the whipping. Oh my God, Amy, how many of y'all heard this? Stop crying before I give you something to cry about. Are you kidding me? Amy, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, that has more than one on. Okay.
No, I didn't see it, Gaetan. You're going to have to just type it again. Oh, maybe Cinnamon has used the bathroom.
I didn't take him out.
You're going to have to get back upstairs on your own. Okay? No, because I have to try to pick him up because he don't want to come upstairs.
Yeah, he has
to walk.
He struggles on the stairs.
So when I go to try to pick him up, he almost snapped at me.
He struggles on the stairs, okay? Well, I'm going to put these little envelopes on here. It's like stitching. Put these little envelopes on here, y'all. Now Strawberry done moved in position. Now that Gooby's out of the room, Strawberry done moved right underneath my feet. Now that Bill left. Figure rather than stitching, put these little envelopes on here, right? Oh, now they want to stick to the desk. Let's see if I can pick. Oh, these would work. Like I could pick these up by hand. Let's see. Turn it this way. Who said that? Sonia Creel, go outside and play in traffic. I've heard that before. Yeah, you could have, PTSD from something like that, Nightmares still as a kid, like just, oof. I don't think people realize that carries over into your adult life. It's 1:30 where? Over there where? D-Egg? Bill has to stay outside. I mean, not outside, but he has to take Gooby. He went downstairs to take Gooby out. Goobies are, for those who don't know, Gooby's real name is Cinnamon. Some of y'all might be new on here. That's one of our dogs. He's our older dog. But it's cold right now outside. It's like almost 5 degrees, so really don't want him to go out, but he has to go out, especially when he's jumping all over everybody. Look at little tiny envelopes. Don't look bad at all, huh? Okay, let's see. We're in Austell, D-Egg, in Georgia. Austell, Georgia. I was just looking at those shaker bit envelopes on your page. I am definitely ordering those. Aren't they the cutest? I figured rather than add stitching, I'll just add the little shaker bits on there. What's going on, Barry? Strawberry over here, right by my side. Okay, so I want to do something with one of these ribbons. So let's see. Let's get another one out here. Something with the ribbons. I think the ribbon will look nice on white. That's pretty, huh? Okay, so we got this ribbon right here. And this, where did I get this from? This is either from Dollar Tree, maybe? I'm not even sure. Maybe from Dollar Tree. Strawberry's the, I would say baby dog, but... And she's maintaining her weight. She's a very muscular dog. So she had her weight taken yesterday. She is 30. She is 71 pounds. And she's a Staffordshire Pit Bull Terrier. So we got small dog and went to big dog. And she's a rescue also. Both Gooby and Strawberry are rescues. And the cat, of course, is not a rescue. Did I put that on crooked? I think it'll be okay. What I usually do with this is put a little bit of tape underneath there. And I use my... Strawberry, you're blocking my area here, huh? She's tired. She waits for me, okay? Right, Bonnie Glover, she is a muscular dog, okay? But she acted crazy at the doctor's office yesterday. Once she knew that we was going to the doctor, once she knew we were pulling up close to the office, I don't know how she remembered. But she remembered. Let's see, I need something that's going to be very red. Very red. I'm going to mix that pattern. Nope. Nope. And don't be afraid to cut your tags down. You can cut these down if you want to. Let's look at our stickers here. So much to play with in this kit. Ooh, this looks cute. Around the edges. That would need some... I don't want it to be too flat. Did Bill fall asleep? No, he went downstairs to take the dog out. The smaller dog. So Gooby is like 14 years old now. And we've had him 10 years. So he was about 5. According to the vet, he was 5 when we got him. And he's a Chihuahua Corgi mix. Okay, I got to add some dimension to this. Adding dimension is another step, but you know what? It looks so good. It really looks good when you add dimension to your cards. That's one of the other things I can't live without. I have to have some kind of something to add dimension. There's 190 people on this live and 110 thumbs up. I gotta look up at the comments, y'all, because y'all saying some interesting stuff.
Sister Bear, I know who was that? Sister Bear says my aunt would tell me to take my toys and go play on the freeway.
Wow.
Why don't you take your toys?
Wow.
Y'all saying some deep stuff now. I missed a lot of good stuff. No, Aunt Terry, she said that Bill fall asleep.
No, I told her.
Okay.
She had to go down. Two hearts that beat.
This is
as
different.
one.
DX says, have you ever made a chocolate card that you can eat?
Huh?
I've never heard of
that.
Such
Exists? I guess if you could think of it, huh? Never done that. There is a chocolate paper on here, though, too.
You're right, Kai Williams. You might have read this already, but she said,
No, I didn't read anything.
PTSD is real. I suffer from it stemming from a shooting incident at work at the Navy Yard in D.C.
Oh, my
where 12
goodness.
people lost their lives.
This was yesterday?
No, she suffers from PTSD. She experienced that at some point. I mean, PTSD is terrible, especially if you experience what's called intrusion. Intrusion is where you actually relive the event. I mean, physically feeling everything, and you can't convince the person that they're not there. And when you come out of it, you feel like it's so frightening. You almost don't even want to go to sleep. You're afraid. You're afraid you may go into this state.
Yeah, prayers to everyone that has experienced some type of trauma, you know?
Oh, man, this is deep. Chris, I have to read this. She says, I pray and go to therapy when PTSD tries to take over. God's promises are greater than moments in my life that hurt.
I'm going to cut some of this off. I don't want such a large border on this. I'm going to cut some of this off.
Ooh.
And I'm going to stitch I'm going to stitch right on here.
Tanisha, I wouldn't even, I can't even formulate my mind to even think to do this. So I read this, Tracy. She's telling Amy that my grandmother used to do that to me, right? Waking me up in the middle of the night to clean the whole kitchen. I locked my door after that and laughed silently when she tried to open my door again. Please. I wouldn't have had a door after that. My mother would have, please. I'm almost scared at myself for visualizing what you just said. Ontario says the cards are turning out very cute, Tracy.
Thank you.
Bertha says, Tracy, you
just pulling stuff together.
Bertha says you can cut chipboard and stack it to make for dimension and glue it on.
Yep, sure can. I think I have some that's chipboard here.
Good night, Kelly Warner. Kelly says thanks for some great ideas. Can't wait to play later with this kit. Have a great night, everyone.
All right, take care, Kelly. Thanks for joining us. 185 people on tonight, babe.
Wow. Man, that must be something. Bonnie said when she worked at a Dollar General in 1989, they were robbed at gunpoint, and she had to keep the girl quiet while she got the money. I don't do crowds. My brother-in-law, he doesn't like to be in crowded, he like confined spaces. You know what I'm saying? Like basketball games and stuff like that with a bunch of crowds.
My glued unstick here.
Oh, okay. Gay 10 said she was telling everyone that if we don't synchronize the YouTube on the TV and on the cell phone, we can click the thumbs up on both of them.
Look. Oh, okay. And guess what? Right now, not iPhone. Samsung is working. Samsung is holding it together.
Maybe it's iPhone.
Put it live. Look. I'm afraid to even think about going back. Where's my glue pen?
I'm not going back.
Where's my glue pen? I gotta unclog.
Like I said, I'm putting the Vulcan dog stare look on me.
I'm sure my glue pen is somewhere around here.
I remember that. D said, who remember? Oh, no, I don't remember that. D says, who remembers not having a babysitter when your parents went out to dinner?
I think I remember. As long as no one got hurt, okay?
Yes, Sunnyfield. Just look up a PTSD and intrusion. And you'll see. A lot of people who are in car accidents, it's really bad for them because they really feel like they can feel everything that they experience. If you can imagine such a thing happening spur of the moment, never knowing when it's going to happen, you know.
I'm over here trying to unclog my glue, y'all.
Ooh, Bertha's oldest daughter went to the Lions game last Sunday.
Wow.
The Lions are still live right now. Vicky said, my parents never went out to dinner. You know what? My parents didn't really go out to dinner, but they went to a lot of, like,
parties and stuff?
Like balls.
Gatherings?
Society
Oh,
type
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Yes. A lot of events, banquets. They were always going to stuff like that. Every so often. Or we would go to people's houses, or they would come to our house and have dinner like that. Donna has to go. Bye,
This is
Donna
nice and
Shirley.
clean. Thank you, Donna. Okay. Still got to work with my glue here, y'all.
Yes, Cinnamon. He's
You might
trying.
want to go out the door.
No, he's trying to tell me to come to bed. You see it?
Hilarious.
Maybe
He's like, it's too late, Dad.
I'm gonna go get that blanket. Maybe he'll lay on it.
Oh, yes, that he will. Look at Bill being a dog parent for once. Little envelope there. It'll break up a little bit of the red, right? Make it stand out a little bit more. Okay. My glue is working again, y'all.
He going to the spot where he wants it.
Oh, is he? Okay. That's what he wanted. His little blankie. Gooby, you tell it. Gooby telling us exactly what he wants. Spoiled. Goobs, you're spoiled, huh? Okay, now I'm gonna trace out some paper. There's the other card, y'all. Let's get some paper. This is real pretty. Both sides of this is pretty.
Look at it.
Oh, he just wanted he wanted something to like, he's got his blankie. He's got blankies everywhere.
Bonnie says hold him. He doesn't really like to be held.
He doesn't, he's not a dog that likes to be held. Yeah. He loves, like, if you sit down, he will snuggle next to you.
Bonnie, even though
But he doesn't like, well, I think when he was younger, he didn't mind being more like.
Well, I think he was abused.
He'll let me pick him up, though.
I think he was abused because he's a rescue. When we got him, he was 5. In human years.
Yeah.
Okay, 5 in human years. And he was shell shocked, wasn't he, Trey?
He was, yeah, it took a minute to get his trust.
Trust nothing. Anybody.
He was food aggressive, too.
Right, you couldn't come anywhere near when he was
Almost like he just, but now he's so good. He's not like that anymore. He's very trusting now.
He would bark at garbage cans as if people had thrown him in garbage cans. And certain type of people, usually men in uniforms, he would bark at them.
He sure would too. At the beginning, yeah. And he was really in bad shape when we got him. But then again, Strawberry was too. Strawberry's 71 pounds now. When we got Strawberry, she was like 9. She was about 8 or 9 pounds.
Her head was so big, wasn't it?
Her head was big. Her body was just like, you can see the ribs in Strawberry's body when we first got it. It was terrible. And Strawberry's like, look at me now.
Take a look at me now.
She's like, look at me now. I'm larger than life, huh, Strawberry?
Glover says, what size is that heart punch?
This one, is this 1 inch? Is that a 1.5 inch heart punch? I'm not sure. Let's see. I am not sure at all.
I understand, Amy. Amy says, when I tell you
it's like 3/4 inch.
When I tell you I struggle with trusting people, that has never changed. You can go through stuff. That's gonna be like I know guys who like to always fight. If you were ever attacked or jumped or something, robbed, and it got real physical, the PTSD is no joke. You know what I'm saying? The slightest sound, you'll be ready to just. It's a lot of good stuff.
Hmm.
Stephanie Williams is talking about how the feeling of being afraid in childhood years. She's now getting therapy and help. God is helping me a lot. PTSD is
Wow.
under control most of the time. Trying to write my fresh new story.
Mm-mm-mm. You take that pen back. I know. I know that's a struggle.
I understand Tanisha too. Tanisha says I was lucky by the time I came along. My grandmother wasn't strong enough to take the wooden door off the hinges. She did try because I heard her get a hammer to try to open my door. I used to always complain, Tanisha, like my brother and my cousin, like they were like inseparable. They were born 2 weeks apart, right? And by the time they came up, my mother, grandmother, auntie, all of them, it's like they were too weak to treat them the way they treated me and my cousins.
Mm.
And we used to always say, man, y'all escaped.
They had it good.
They're
You
too
didn't know
weak
it,
to
huh?
do y'all like that now.
Mm-mm-mm. I hope I find some more mounting tape because
I
I'm
know.
running low. And I thought I'd have some going through all those Dollar Tree bags that I never I went through a whole lot of Dollar Tree bags, y'all. Mm-mm-mm. You ever bring in a Tree bag into the house and then just leave it there and never open it for like 2 years? Mm.
You think that's what it was, Kitty Mae? Kitty Mae said we wore them out.
Who?
The older people. By the time my brothers came along, they
Oh
were too
yeah.
tired.
They were too tired to beat you, huh? Bill wore them out. Hmm. I see that. Who said they have lack of trust in therapy?
It was several.
Oh
Amy
man.
Kate was talking about that. She has lack. Um, a lot of people, because what she's saying is that oftentimes asking for help it means trusting that the person will help without using it.
Against you?
Yes.
Yep. That part.
As you
Mm-mm-mm.
know, we
Wow. Mm-mm.
some people notorious. You tell them something, they'll act like, oh yeah, and the next thing you know, they use it as a weapon.
Mm.
Hi, Leslie's Crafts and Gifts. Leslie says, good morning, all.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm praying for everyone on here that has experienced trauma. It could be a fight sometimes. One thing will take you right back to that moment.
And no one will understand
No one will understand.
because you can't look at.
I think that's one of my things is the trust issues too that I've had to overcome, just because, of all of the childhood trauma. Trying to work your way through that.
Right, you could tell someone, but oftentimes there aren't even words that equate with what you're experiencing. They don't even have a dictionary for it. Not to truly understand. The only way to really understand is to experience it yourself.
You can empathize, but your trauma is your trauma, and people, try to say just get over it, and that's the hard part, is the trying to get over it. I've had to pray on it and say, I don't want this to be my life story. I think that's the hardest part for me, is to say, you know what? Because every so often I have a hard time watching stuff where like kids are abused, or um, even if it's in a movie, it's hard to watch, or where there's some kind of domestic abuse and stuff like that. That's hard for me to watch.
I remember, like, the time I was talking about when I got attacked. I thought I was getting ready to get killed. You know what I'm saying? I was out, but yet a part of my consciousness was aware, and I was actually preparing myself to die. And I remember thinking, damn, it's gonna happen now. Now it's gonna. And I remember being so afraid, but at the same time that I was afraid, I'm gonna tell you what happened. I started thinking about my kids, right? And I started thinking, I could have did more. I could have been more present. I started thinking of all the things I could have been that I wasn't. And I felt so ashamed. And when I tell you that the shame felt thick like a quicksand. It was like something tangible that you could touch and feel and hold. I was so ashamed of myself for feeling fear while thinking what my kids were going to have to experience
If you weren't here.
in lieu of the fact that I wasn't present in their lives to prepare them for what was getting ready to come while I wasn't going to be there. Does that make sense? Yeah.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
God, the only one we can trust is the Lord. Yep. Just put your trust in Him. And you have to feel that you're worthy, because sometimes you don't even feel worthy, you know. You don't even feel worthy enough to feel like you are worthy of God's love. And that's when we get caught in that trap, like we don't feel we're good enough. But I'm here to tell you, no matter what went on in your life, no matter what your past may have looked like, you are worthy. Each and every one of you. You bring value to our group, and we're happy that you're here. You bring value to our community.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I'm looking at y'all comments.
I'm looking at too. You know what? I normally I read alone, but everybody's making such powerful
testimonies.
Yeah, testimonies, observations, comments,
and stories of survival.
It's just amazing. I don't even know where to start.
Stories of survival. Like how do I go about life? Just life in general. How do I walk through this world? I remember someone told me, Tracey, I just thought that you were from the perfect family. I would, and she said, I would never thought that you went through a whole lot as a kid, like a lot of trauma and stuff, or grew up in a dysfunctional household. Because I didn't look like what I had been through. So, and she was like, you're just so nice. You're such a nice person. That's what she said. But sometimes you're just in survival mode trying to get through the day, as a kid. And the thing is, you try to hide it. I used to not talk about it. Now I talk about it because I know there's someone else out there who's trying to overcome.
And this is powerful.
Awesome for you, Peggy.
This is powerful right here. Rhonda Higgins says, "This time last year, I lost someone I love dearly. Most of the time, I block it out, but I know I'll have to face that pain at some point.
Mm.
I can't even say his name."
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Now, here's the thing, Rhonda. I relate with you so strongly because when my brother passed for a long time, not only could I not say his name, I couldn't hear anyone else say his name. You know what I'm saying? And I remember I had him a couple places on tape, and sometimes I would want to play it. I remember the first time I tried to play the tape recording of him
Singing, right?
singing at first. I couldn't even deal with it at all. You know? And Tracy, if you remember, just the other day, remember when I was talking about my brother?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Now I can, it's been about 4 or 5 years now, I guess. And now, only now, I can talk about my brother. And, you know, I actually laughed the other day, didn't I?
You laughed. You've
I
been
did.
laughing a lot, like certain
I
things that
said,
he
Jeff would have
did.
did so.
Yeah.
I never could have did that a couple years ago. I could watch something, and if it even slightly reminded me, that was it. I was a basket case after that. I could watch someone eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and just break out and start crying. You know what I'm saying? So I say all that just to say that I know you don't believe it, but there actually is going to come a time when you will be able to say his name.
Mm-hmm.
I know you don't believe it.
In your time, yeah, right. In your time, you just.
Right. I don't know how long that's going to be, but it is going to happen.
I'm just glad that y'all are able to come on and share your story with us
Did you read Sarah?
because I know it's helping someone.
You read that, didn't you?
No, I haven't read anything.
Okay. This is the Sarah says, I can remember at 5. Remember, think how young you are at 5 years old. I can remember at 5 years old asking my mom to tell my dad to leave because I was tired of seeing him beat her and my sister.
I'm right there with you.
He put a hole in our wall that night and left mom. Mom framed that and left. Mom framed that hole to remember.
Wow. Just press that in a little bit. And now we have family that we can talk with, you know. We have our crafty family. You see, we don't God doesn't just place people in your life by accident.
Right.
He sends you the people that you need at that moment.
Yeah, I agree. There are several people who said that you're telling Amy Kay she's awesome, et cetera, et cetera. And I feel the same way, in all honesty. You know, and I have to reiterate, I always say this, he who is greatly called is greatly challenged. So you have a real calling in your life. I don't know, you know. And over time, if it hasn't been revealed, it will be.
Yep.
I understand Barbara Link says, I just lost my sister Tammy in August and my uncle in November. I'm still in disbelief that she's gone.
Wow.
You know what, Barbara? At the beginning of it, oftentimes you feel like not only is it disbelief, it's almost like you're waiting. I'm waiting. Waiting for what? I'm waiting. And I had to I actually had to understand that I had to reach a level of acceptance to get beyond that so-called waiting and disbelief.
Mm, mm, mm. Okay, so this is what we have so far, y'all. I just been sticking stuff down. I haven't been listening to y'all comments and stuff.
I mean, it's amazing the things that people, the burdens that people have to carry in their life and live through. Gaten says, I was supposed to craft tonight, but I'm too busy watching Tracey and Tracey. Now, Rhonda, you hit the nail on the head. Hurt people hurt people.
Yep.
She says, I just didn't want the cycle of dysfunction to continue with me and my children, so I had to pivot.
That was my thing.
Lots of
There's that word again, pivot, right?
Lots of pivoting.
Yep. That right there, that's what keeps me going, is that not wanting to carry the trauma into the lives of my daughters. That part right there.
I can remember me and my mother having this huge wall of animosity between one another, right? I think I shared with y'all one time we didn't talk for about 3 years, right? And of course, after she passed, I can't even remember what the problem was, hardly, why we didn't talk. But when we went back to clear out the house and all stuff like that, my mother had an awful lot of books. And I was looking through some of her books and a lot of things she had highlighted. And I learned more about my mother during that period than I did for the entire time growing up in the house with her as her child. I learned that my mother was human.
That part.
She was more than just my mother. She was a human being, and she had problems too. She wasn't perfect. She did the best she could through the things that she experienced in her childhood.
Right. I think we hold our parents to such perfection, and we don't. When they make a mistake, it's hard for us to even imagine, like, what? My parent, we don't see them as human because we see them as just our parents.
Right. I mean.
And I didn't realize, like, even with my father, he had trauma. So how could he be a parent to me or a husband to my mom when he had such trauma? And that trauma trickled down on us, and we got, the huge brunt of that.
Right.
But guess what? I'm a survivor, okay? I survived. By the grace of God, I survived. Ooh, it was a fight, okay? But I survived. You wake up every day saying, how can I be a blessing to someone? How could I not carry that trauma? Lord, help me to not carry that trauma into the next generation. Lord, help me to raise kids that are loving and kind. How could I be that parent? And so that was a goal for me. I wanted kids so that I always wanted to be a parent. Always. It was just something that
Amen.
But I learned to take care of my sister and my younger brother because of all of that trauma, you know?
Yeah, I think your sister feels like she learned how to take care of you and her younger brother too. So y'all talk. That's why y'all are so tight and take care of each other.
Hmm. We're there for each other for sure. Because we know what we've been through, you know? She was right there.
Amy Cave said, "My mother's mother told me one time that she wonders how life would have been had she stayed with her abusive and dangerous first husband. Chances are her life would not have been."
Mm. Mm-mm-mm.
This is
Wow.
deep right here. Natalie says, "Hey Bill, it is hard. My mom passed away 3 years ago. I've had to take care of my father, and I have never had time to grieve. I am drowning, but my family doesn't
Mm.
understand."
Mm-mm-mm.
So you're the primary caretaker, and your family, even though they're capable of assisting and in the process, they're nowhere to be found right now.
Mm. Wow. Red would look nice on
What usually happens in situations like that is when when someone passes after in a situation like that, all the people who were absent all of a sudden show up out of the woodworks.
that. Mm.
Here, Wanda Rose says, "Tracy, I watched a video of Ariel yesterday about gratitude jar. She's adorable."
Oh, thank you. You definitely kind of look and see, you know, we've had our struggles as far as just life challenges and stuff, but I'm very proud of them. Very proud of them. Healing right now, talking about it. Oh my goodness, Stephanie, I'm so happy for you.
Oh yeah, I know it seems like we're quiet, but here's the thing, y'all. I don't think I'm alone in this. I'm reading the comments, and I'm sure a lot of you are reading them also. So the silences, I don't perceive it as silence. It's just a
Taking
moment
it all
that,
in,
yes, I'm soaking in what you all are saying.
taking in the testimonies and stuff, and kind of like, wow, she's been through that,
I
you know?
know. That's amazing, Barbara Link. Barbara says the same thing for me growing up with my parents. I went through trauma. I had to complete 13 years of therapy to overcome my upbringing and abuse, which led to drug abuse, etc. I'm 10 years of sobriety right now.
So proud of you. Sorry, y'all, that's Gooby. He has some trachea issues.
Royalty, Roy, I hope I said your name right. Royalty J says, well, those days our parents did speak on those things. Everything wasn't discussed. That's how things get passed down until enough gets to be enough. Right. Well, I grew up in that seen but not heard thing. You know what I mean? You couldn't really talk.
Mm.
You had to be invisible around adults. You know?
Well, my thing was to be invisible. That way, there would be no violence directed at me, which that didn't work. But I wanted to be invisible. I wanted to be very. I made myself small. Could you imagine? You're shrinking yourself so that you could actually be invisible, so
Exactly.
that there's no attention towards you.
Not even from yourself.
And I had to overcome that and try to rewrite my own story and take back the pen and say, you know what, you're stronger than this, you're better than this, you can overcome this. And it wasn't every day, but I would, have to be my own cheerleader sometimes.
Right, because sometimes the
I was trying to
trauma
get through it.
will be so deep that not only did you want to be invisible from the person that was abusing you, you
I
want to
would,
be invisible from yourself.
but not only I was invisible, but you know what? I saw things.
You saw everything.
Invisible didn't mean that I didn't see things. So I would be quiet, but I'd be watching, just watching everything. And I was the older sister, so I was really protective of my younger sister.
Jacqueline Murchison says, Tracy and Bill, you're giving couch therapy for free, and others are paying hundreds to doctors who haven't experienced our issues. God bless you both. Well, you know what, Jacqueline? Tracy and I often talk about how it's just amazing how transparent people can become in a group like this and say things and share things they probably have never shared even to their own family members.
Yeah.
You know? But here's the thing. The things that are being shared, there's no judgment here. Believe me.
That's what I love about this, is with the no judgment thing.
There's no judgment.
Yeah. We come in love, and the fact that you can share what you've been through, because we hide sometimes, and it's only through someone else's testimony that we know. I was there. I was the kid that hid everything. Push it down far enough until you actually become almost like a wall almost, right? So that I got to put in this face forward because I don't want anyone to know. I don't want my teacher to know. I'm in elementary school. I don't want my teacher to know what's going on at home. You know? I don't want my guidance counselor to know. I got to get good grades because if the grades slip, then someone will know something's wrong. So I have to make sure that I get all A's in school. Don't let them see it.
Wanda Rose
Don't
says,
let your friends know.
Says my safe space was my closet.
Just awful.
Judy was talking about invisibility.
Yeah, just be invisible. Just like don't draw any attention to yourself. Be so small. I mean, just be really small so that no one can see you.
Judy says, I wanted to be invisible so my mother would not see me, and then invisible to my older brother.
Goodness.
That's wonderful. Natalie says, I have nobody to turn to, but you all have helped me to survive.
Right, and we all have voices. And so who is it that stole your voice? Who made you feel like you weren't worthy enough to even have a voice to say anything? You can't say anything. You're insignificant, right? Your opinions don't matter. I'm here to tell you that you have a voice. And it's time to take back your power. Make a pledge to yourself. Pat yourself on the back and you say, I survived. I survived. I got through this moment, because if I would have given up, I wouldn't be on this live right now talking with all of you if I would have given up.
That's amazing.
I wouldn't be on this live. We wouldn't be in this moment right here, right now, being able to talk about this openly, because I was quiet. I had to keep it quiet. No, I'm here to tell you. I need to tell you.
You know what I think?
I need to tell you about my trauma.
I think
Because how am I going to sit here and not tell you about my trauma and listen to what you went through? And someone could say, if Tracey can open up and talk about what she went through and she survived, and she's no longer quiet, she has a platform to inspire other people and say, you know what, you're worthy.
you know it's amazing, though, Tracy. As hard as many of us try to become invisible in the early years of our lives,
Mm-hmm.
we failed miserably to an awful lot of people who also did the very same thing and could see your attempt to be invisible sticking out like a sore thumb. Because when they looked at you, they saw themselves.
Yeah.
You would be
But you know
surprised
what?
if you knew how many people knew exactly what you were going through,
But when I look back, though,
but said nothing.
for some reason, I was always pulled out of the shadows to be up front in the forefront. At every single turn, I wouldn't ask for it. I wanted to be the little tiny fly on the wall where no one can see. I mean, like a little, don't see me, don't call my name. But for some reason, even in elementary school, the teacher would call me to do certain things. And I was terribly shy because guess what? I just want to be invisible. I don't want you to call me out. I don't want you to ask me to do anything, to be in any spelling bee, which I did. I had to be in a spelling bee. I just didn't want to do anything. I mean, what a terrible, terrible way to start out your life.
Denisha says, I'm working on a book podcast on fatherless daughters and fatherless children,
Mm.
the trauma of dealing with my own father, and how we can all heal from the
Oh my
past.
goodness, what a blessing that's going to be.
That is. It's a
Wow.
blessing just reading what you're trying to do.
But who better to write the book than you?
Right.
Who better to write the book than you? Because that book is going to save someone's life, and it's going to be a lifeline for someone.
When a person even looks at the title of a book like that, there all of a sudden there's a jolt of hope where before it wasn't there.
Yes. And I thank God for sports because that was one of the other things that saved me. Sports saved me. Being able to put that energy into something that I could do, that I felt like I was good at. And that's why I think I love taking things that don't look so beautiful and turning them into beautiful things. I think that's part of my therapy, is to be able to take things that are not so beautiful and turn it into something beautiful when no one else sees the beauty in it but you. Sometimes you're the only one that'll see the beauty in something.
Well, you know what Rhonda Higgins is saying, but I need to heal. I'm still broken in some areas, and I
Yes.
acknowledge it. I can see it as I get older, and I don't want to die without being whole.
That part right there. There's where the challenge lies. And the fact that you said it, you already put it out there.
The fact that you can see it and
Right.
acknowledge it
And the fact that you just said it
is a huge step.
to a whole group of people, because so many of us can relate.
Think how long.
And some people say, Rhonda, you just have it all together. Or Tracey, you just have it all together. No, I don't. I sure don't. I don't have it all together. But I'm getting better each and every day. Because every day is a new day and another day to write my story. Right? Each day is another day for us to be better. And I thank God for each and every one of you that came on here tonight and shared your story. shared your journey with us.
Oh, this is deep right here. I need more. Well, it won't seem like it's deep, but you really have to understand what she's saying here. Ali Moore says, I talked to my mother and I forgave her. But she said she did nothing wrong.
That part, right?
But
And you know what? You have to. You did your part.
You did your part.
Yep. You did your part.
And you know what? The moment you said it, she knew. That's why she's running from looking at herself. She's at Rhonda where you says you're broken in some areas and I acknowledge it. She's not at the acknowledgement stage. She can't look at that right now.
Yeah.
If anything, she's upset that you actually tried to make her look at it. But don't worry about that. The fact that you said I forgive you, that's
huge.
Yes, because now she got to deal with that. How dare you forgive me for something that I refuse to say that I did, but it caused you so much pain that you had to actually come to me and tell me, I forgive you. I don't even expect a forgiveness from you. I'm not going to tell you I don't expect it, but I'm just telling you, I forgive you. Okay, I expect nothing in return, but I'm offering this to you. I forgive you. Can you imagine how that
You
would
did
just
your
work on
part. That's
somebody?
huge on your part.
Yeah.
Yep, you did your part. I
Dead
tried
Sea,
to do the same thing with my father, and it failed. It was a miserable fail.
I was sitting right there too. That was so unbelievable. DFC is right though, Tracy. DFC says forgiveness is for you,
Yes.
not them.
Not them.
It sets you free.
And I'm okay.
It stops the stuff living rent free in your head.
Yep.
Vicky Jensen says, thank God he accepts us right where we are.
Right.
Our healing is an ongoing journey.
It's an ongoing
journey. And we'll go
journey
on until we get to heaven where we will be totally whole.
It's ongoing, right? It's called life. And everyone's journey is different. Everyone's path is different. And I pray that you find whatever that thing is that makes you whole, that gets you through the day, right?
I understand this, Gaetan. Gaetan is telling Rhonda Higgins, I love listening to you. I do too, because
yes. We've been blessed. We've been blessed by Rhonda.
Of realness.
Rhonda's testimony. Yeah.
A transparency. You know, it's. And here's the thing, Rhonda. When you share like that and you're transparent, by releasing it, you're actually helping others to heal.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, every time you do that, you're moving one step closer to this seemingly evasive wholeness that you're seeking. Believe me.
You better tell it.
But every step that you try to take towards wholeness, 3 and 4 steps are moving towards you.
Yeah. It's not easy for people to share. It's not. And right now there's someone listening who probably will not comment on the live stream, and that's okay. But they're still being blessed by your testimony. They're still feeling like, you know what? I never knew that Tracey went through that. I never knew that she was homeless. I never knew that her childhood was traumatic. Even with Rhonda, Stephanie, all the people on here that have gone through stuff, who are choosing to share. Somebody on here who does not comment is listening. And that's where you can be the voice for that person. for the person that right now feels like they're the fly on the wall, that feels like they don't want to be.
I don't want anyone to know.
I don't want anyone to know. Because I was that person. I was that child. I don't want anyone to know. I just want to be invisible.
Even though I've been talking through all these lies and I constantly comment, there's a part of me that I have actively sought to be perpetually invisible. I refuse to allow you to see this aspect of me.
My glue is trying to act up
Suzanne
now.
Velasquez, she says, that is very, very huge. I approached my mother and I told her that I wanted, she didn't even say, I forgive you. She just said, I wanted a healthy relationship if we can talk about what happened. And her mother said, there wasn't anything to talk about, and hung up. But you know what? Suzanne, you put it out there.
You put it out there.
You put it out there.
You tried. You cannot control someone else's actions. You just can't. They're going to be who they are. And they're going to either say, yes, let's sit down and have a talk. Or they're going to say, I did absolutely nothing, and never take the blame. And that's what I had to come to grips that my father will never say I'm sorry. And I had to get past that. I wanted him to say sorry. I wanted him to own up to the abuse and the bad treatment, and how my childhood, how he affected, his actions affected my childhood. I wanted him to know that. And it turned it into a big deal. And the next year he passed away. So we sought him out to try to build some relationship. Even after all the abuse, tried to seek him out to kind of build some kind of relationship and move forward, but I had to come to terms that he's never going to own up to what he did.
What was really just amazing, because I was sitting there during this episode when she's talking about interacting with her dad, he actually felt he did nothing wrong at all while dealing with the physical abuse that he, engaged in with his wife, Tracey's mom, ex-wife. He felt like there was nothing wrong.
Yep. His thing was, I put a roof over your head.
I understand, Suzanne. She says, I'm crying now. It's hard to share.
Yeah,
it is hard to share. But you know what, Suzanne?
It's hard to share.
Everyone in here is loving on you.
Yeah.
Okay? Let me give you a cyber hug. Because sometimes, you just need
Sometimes
to know.
life just lifing. Life just be lifing, okay? Whew.
Right.
You just got to take a deep breath and say, devil, not today. Okay. You might have to take several breaths. You might have to get up every day and say, hey, today I'm going to be a blessing to someone. I'm here. I survived another day. And you know what? My father will never know the wonderful person that I am. He'll never know that because he never really knew me. So even though he was in the household, he never really knew me. This is what we got, y'all.
Yes, Stephanie, I believe with you. Stephanie says, I know I will get a new home. I believe.
Yep. You keep on believing, okay? Picture it in the mind. Matter of fact, design the home in your mind, okay? Until it comes to fruition.
Design the home until everybody, if you would, in your heart of hearts, that if you told anybody, they would say you were the biggest fool running around Australia.
You don't even have to tell anybody, okay?
Right, but you don't have to tell them.
You sure don't.
But if you were to tell them, they say, yeah, let me tell you what Stephanie Williams was saying. But you
It
know
don't
what?
matter. It's what
One
God
day they're
says.
gonna be like,
It's what God says. Okay.
"Is that Stephanie over there?"
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards, y'all, and plenty of stuff left over to do even more cards. Okay.
You know what, Rhonda? We were talking. Tracy and I were talking about this. You know, society. Okay, when you talk about like drug addiction, alcoholism, and stuff like that, society just doesn't want to forgive you for stuff like that, right? But that's not the only way that abuse will leave you in shambles. There's like sexual promiscuity. Like Rhonda is saying, well, I'm not saying that's what you're experiencing, but she says, my dad never abused me. He just left me in a very bad situation. I needed him. He left. And I went into crazy relationships looking for daddy in every man. God help me. Rhonda Higgins, there are men out here who are looking for daddy in every man. You can wrap your mind around something that crazy. Now then.
Man. And yet here we are. Thank you, Vicki Jensen. Creating beauty. Creating beauty. You see, because beautiful things, love can still exist inside of us, even if you were unloved. Right? God loves you. And love can still exist inside of you. Right? But sometimes you push it down so far so that you can not even feel the trauma. And so we have to try to get past that in order to trust ourselves to love again.
Right, and just what Yudi's talking about, right? You see hers? Yudi says, everyone, the past is done. We need to learn from it, but not continue living in the past. You're in charge of your future.
That part.
Your power is in your heart. Fill it up with good love. It makes me think about the time, Tracy, you were talking about how a lot of people are still walking around in chapter 2 and 3 of their life when, in all honesty, they should be in chapter 27. You know what I mean?
But because we don't know how long we have on this earth. And so I don't want to be so caught up in the trauma that I can't. I want to be able to make a difference. And if I'm caught up in the trauma, I cannot make a difference because I'm so caught up in me and my trauma. I think the best way for me to heal is to share with others and to come from a place of love. That's the part right there.
Royal Yati J says, looks like Hallmark, but it's Tracy Mark.
Let's do a little fashion show. And I still have a lot of stuff from this kit, y'all. I still have a lot of... I haven't even touched on the paper. I just basically used the ephemera and some of the stuff that I had. So I'm definitely going to be able to get to 100 cards. Rewrite those chapters. Time to make a difference, y'all. And each and every one of us can make a difference. Each and every one of us can make a difference.
You know what? Rhonda Higgins, okay, I have to say this. Rhonda's saying, all I wanted was to be loved by both my parents. They were broken people, so I forgive them. I just want to heal from my own crazy emotions over the past. And here's the thing, Rhonda. There are many of us here, most of us, I like to think, but many people here have heard you speak before when we called you on the phone. And I don't know if you really understand how powerful your words, your testimony, the way you even put your words together.
The first time I heard your voice,
I was floored the first time I heard Rhonda Higgins. I was like, oh my God, this woman is walking in power.
Yeah.
So understand, once again, he who is greatly called is greatly challenged. You can experience things in your life that you just can't imagine. How can I possibly?
How can I possibly?
How can I possibly? You only want to finish
Only
your
by the
sentence.
grace of God.
But when you walk and you just start talking and sharing and blessing, and that's
You
how.
bless so many people. We're so glad to have you in our community. Each and every one of you has the ability to not only heal, but to share your testimony. It's the testimony that I needed from Rhonda or Amy or Yudi. It's the testimonies that keep me going. I don't want to hear, you know what, this was great, and then this part of my life was great, and then this part of my life was great. I need to hear the comeback stories. I need to hear the story of resilience. The story of I didn't feel, how did I move past my trauma? How did I make it through it? And when I think about it now, only by the grace of God would I have made it through. Kindergarten was tough. Kindergarten was tough. Elementary school was
You
tough.
know, kindergarten must have been tough. If it's 60, you're still talking about kindergarten. Can you imagine that?
I know, but I'm just saying.
I know. I'm just
But
saying.
I can talk about it.
Exactly.
But I'm not there though.
Right.
I can talk about it, but I'm not there.
Right.
So tough beginnings
I got you.
helps you to withstand the challenges that are yet to come, and how you move through it. You know, you got to build up some survival skills in order to move through this world sometimes. And so mine came early. My survival skills came early. Did I want it to be like that? No.
Serafina, I'm sure Tracey probably can't even remember which live she used the paper.
Mm-hmm.
She says, Tracey, which live did you use the paper that I sent you? Serafina.
Thursday.
Oh, well, there you go. This past Thursday.
Right here. Look.
Oh, well, there you go, Serafina.
Serafina, look. Look how much I still have.
What's a mountain of it here?
Yep. Serafina. See, look. And then look what happened. We used it to make the paper bag journal. Serafina. Look at the blessings. Still haven't found my little needle though. But it was this last Thursday's live we did this, I believe. Yeah. Yep, last Thursday's live. Yeah, I had friends that didn't think, they were like, I did not know you were going through that. Because I hid it. In high school, you're not trying to find out about my stuff. I hid that thing so good.
Exactly. A smile on your face.
I hid it so good.
People got to saying somebody, she got a silver spoon. She don't know what problems are.
I did not want people to know.
Hold on now, let me say this name real quick. Roy Yati. Did I get it?
Yep, Serafina, we just used it. And I got a whole bunch more to use too. What time? It's almost 3 o'clock, huh?
This has been a
Look
good
how
live.
long we stayed on talking about our past and how we're going to empower ourselves to take back, to write our story. Because guess what? This is my story. This is my story. I'm not going to be held hostage by the limitations or the negativity that you try to put in my life, you know? That I control. I can control who I'm around. I can control some things you can't control, but you can control your reaction to certain events.
Dorothy said, Power says, yes, that came out so beautiful. I enjoyed that on Thursday.
That was fun, wasn't
And
it?
those cards are lovely.
Creating beautiful things. How can we create beauty and put it out in the world, right? How can we create beauty and put it out in the world, still continue to walk through life?
Rhonda says, Tracy, your truth inspired me. When you shared about your dad and your past, I felt hope.
Was it easy? No, but did it build me into the person that I am today? Yes. And am I proud of the person that I have become? Yes. Is there room for improvement? Yes.
Dewana Burdette says, I'm at a
The
loss.
answer will always be yes. No one is perfect, and I don't strive for perfection. There are parts of me that still have to be dealt with. There's still parts that still have to be dealt with, and I'm not afraid to say it. So if people come to you saying, "Oh yes, oh she's just had this, she's had a failed marriage, she's had such and such," um, I don't even listen to those people. Okay.
Tawana Burdette says, I'm at a loss for words. Everything you all said, not us, but you all said, is what I've been feeling lately.
Yep.
Brenda Boughton,
And this is why this is why we can't live in that trauma and keep that trauma in our lives, is because we have yet to do great things. Even if you don't feel like it. Sometimes we don't feel great. We don't feel like we can make a difference. But I'm here to tell you, you can make a difference.
Patricia Jones says, my word for 2024 is expect to be healed, to be the person I was created to be, and
Yep.
many other things. Rhonda says, I will always be honest about me. I've never been perfect, just a work in progress.
Yep.
Judy says, everyone, let's control our future. Don't let others write your story.
Yep.
Healing can only be done by you.
Right. God has a plan for you in your life, but if you're focused on all the trauma and all the things that have happened, all those things are meant to shape you. Because the fact that you can speak on it, how come I can speak on it? Because I've been there. That's why I can speak on it. And not only that, I'm going to share it, because before I would never share it. And so now I share. I share it because there's someone on here that needs to hear it. See, my survival is not for me. It's for me to tell it so that someone else can get through this life. Because this life can be tough. But you still have the power to be great, to do great things, to work in your community, to help somebody else out who needs a lifeline. I wish that I had that lifeline when I was younger. But at every step of the way, God sends someone to be your lifeline. And so if that lifeline has to be me and Bill, then so be it. If it has to be Amy, so be it. If it has to be Stephanie, so be it. But no matter where you are in your life, you can still make a difference. No matter where you are, don't you let anyone tell you you can't make a difference and you can't have an impact in someone's life. I'm impacted by so many of you. I'm impacted by your testimony. When you share your story, you may think that you're sharing it for everyone else on here. You're sharing it for Bill and Tracy because we're listening. Y'all help us to get through another day. Even when we're not on the lives, you still help us.
And one thing,
Lord, and I'm sorry, babe, but
go ahead.
when I ask God to send me a message, many times the answer is right here in this live. The answer comes in this live. The confirmation comes in this live. So don't think you don't have any value or you don't have any impact. You've impacted my life. You make me feel like I want to be a better person. You make me strive to be a better person each and every day. It doesn't matter that we have a bunch of subscribers on YouTube. We need to be inspired and motivated too. I'm not going to be up here saying I'm the authority on everything. No, I need the inspiration.
Tawana Burdette says it's uplifting to know that I am not alone.
You're not alone. No. And with that said,
Kai Williams says, she says, my eyelids are getting heavy.
I know, Kai, right? With that said, we're gonna go ahead and log off of here. Another great live. Thank y'all for joining us for Mindless Crafting at midnight. Thank y'all for feeling like, you know what? Something that somebody said on this live makes me feel like I could get. I'm up late at night right now, can't sleep. Or I'm alone in my house right now and I can't even think right now because I'm going through so much. But coming on this live gives me courage to keep going.
Tracey, Brenda Baldwin is up here talking about, look, I'm talking about that crazy woman at the fitness center that disrespected Tracey and acted like she was more important. Nope, I never forget. She come out, she's ready to ride down.
Brenda, we ain't talking about that lady.
Like
Brenda, that was hilarious. Okay.
You think of Brenda Baldwin, you know what I be thinking about? I think of...
You know. All right, y'all. We're going to go ahead and sign off of here. Y'all have a lovely, lovely weekend.
This has been a great live.
This was a wonderful live. My heart is full. And I hope yours is too. And if you're not subscribed to our channel, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and subscribe. We're not like any other channel. We are who we are. But we always come from a place of love. So y'all take care and have a wonderful weekend. And we'll see you real soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Sheila Overstreet. Joy's like, what about me?